It's only been, well, maybe 13 and a half hours since my last video. I'm going to be headed to the dump soon, but it's too cold to take the camera out. I don't want to mess with this thing in the car. Plus I got a bunch of junk in the back seat that I forgot to get rid of last week. All the big bulky packing, well not all bulky, some big fancy airbag thingies that Thelma's guitar came packed in, that I put in the back seat of the car, which I forgot to check the back seat. I forgot it was there last week when I went to the dump, so it's been riding around all week in the back seat of my car. Anyway, it was 10 below zero this morning. It's 10:20 this morning time-wise now, and it's 9 above. So it's gone up 19 degrees since about 7 o'clock, I guess. Yay! Still, 9 above is not warm. Something else another little project, one of the facets of Steve is radio stuff. I'm not an expert. I am a ham radio operator. I have a general level license. I'm also a GMRS operator with a license that I've had for a lot longer than the ham radio. And I use my radios as scanners over the Mechanic Falls, Auburn, Oxford area, Androscoggin County, Oxford County, emergency services, police, fire department, so on and so forth. School buses, public works department. Interesting stuff. However, I've noticed on our local fire department, Mechanic Falls Fire Department frequency, we get calls from places that are obviously not Mechanic Falls, addresses and things for emergency people to go to that's not a Mechanic Falls address. We had one come in the other day, and I actually looked it up on Google Maps. I just got the street address and looked it up, and it was only, the closest one was in New Hampshire. I think Tamworth, New Hampshire, which is like 50 miles west of us. And I thought, well, that's interesting. So I went out on radioreference.com, and where you can find all of these frequencies for all these emergency services. And that's an art in itself, I know. But anyway, so I started looking through the different counties. It's broken down by counties on the website. And looked at the county that had Tamworth in it. I couldn't find any frequencies that matched our fire department. Anyway, long story short, I went all the way down to the southeasternmost county in New Hampshire. Don't ask me what it is, I don't know. But Windham, which is a town that's practically on the Massachusetts border, it's 100 miles from us. The Windham town, I'm not sure it's the fire department or some other emergency service, but anyway, has the same matching frequency. Well, these frequencies, when I put them in the radio, there is a private, what they call a privacy tone. There's no privacy to it, but privacy tone, which is sort of a filter where you only get that come off that particular transmitter. And I don't put those in, I haven't put those in typically, because it doesn't really matter, because usually these frequencies are so, there's so many of them and they're so well distributed that you don't get crosstalk like that. Well, this one I was, so I figured I'm going to go back, so I checked all the privacy tones and I put them all back in the radio. So now it's working better. I've been listening to it downstairs this morning, and I'm not getting, it's quieted the thing down quite a bit, because we were getting noise sometimes on some of the frequencies that were borderline, outside our area, West Paris and things like that, which are kind of out there. But this it was some other frequency coming from, northern Maine or Canada, for all I know. I don't know where these things come from, but it's quieted down quite a bit. So that's good. That was a good development. So if you're in that kind of a hobby and wonder about some of this stuff, I could probably help you, but it's not rocket science, but it isn't third grade math either. So you do have to get your mind around the mess. It's a hobby for me. I don't talk on the radio a lot. I kind of wish I did, but I just don't. I can, The radio's right there beside my recliner, and I can talk on it any. I have a nice little antenna out in the backyard, but I don't. I haven't gotten the urge yet to communicate. Have a great day, folks.